Okay, welcome in. I'm now going to be reviewing Tuesday's action from the Major League Baseball season. There were 16 games, so that's 32 teams. Let's roll. So, starting in Detroit, they were playing host to the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals would win this one 2-1 would be the final score. They're now sitting at 14 and 15. After the loss, the Tigers are 16 and 13. Matthew Liberatore is 1-1 as a starter, while Shelby Miller suffered the loss. He's 3-3. Ryan Helsley would get his 10th save for the Cardinals. These two teams actually played a doubleheader, and in the doubleheader, Detroit would get their revenge, winning this contest 11-6, improving to 17 and 13. After the loss, the Cardinals are 14 and 16. Tyler Holton is 2-0 as a starter, while Kyle Lee is 0-1. The New York Yankees are taking on the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles would double up on the pinstripes. 4-2 would be the final score, improving the record to 19 and 10. After the loss, the Yankees are 19 and 12. Dean Kremer got his second win of the season. He is now 2-2, while Nestor Cortez is 0-3. Jacob Webb got his first save for the O's. The Colorado Rockies were taking on the Miami Marlins. This must have been a very dull. It's like there's some series you can build the hype up to because it's going to be so awesome, but both these teams are struggling so horribly that I don't know how much television they're going to be getting watched between the Miami Marlins and the Colorado Rockies. The Marlins would win this contest 7-6 would be the final score. After the win, they're 7-24, while the Rockies are 7-22. Tanner Scott got his first win of the season. He is now 1-4, while Jalen Beeks is 2-2 after the loss. The Kansas City Royals were taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. The Royals would win this contest 4-1, improving the record to 18 and 13. After the loss, the Blue Jays are now a game below 500 with a 15 and 16 margin. Griggins got his second win of the season. He is now 2-2, while Jose Barrios is 4-2 after the loss. James MacArthur got his 7th save for the Royals. The New York Mets are taking on the Chicago Cubs. The Mets would double up on the Cubs. 4-2 would be the final score. They're now sitting 15 and 14. After the loss, the Cubs are 18 and 12. Sean Reed Foley got his first win of this season. He is now 1-0, while Adbert Alzole is still winless. He's 0-3. Jorge Lopez got his second save for the Mets. The Boston Red Sox were playing host to the San Francisco Giants. That actually shut out San Fran. 4-0 would be the final score, improving their record to 17 and 13. After the loss, the Giants are 14 and 16. Cooper Criswell got his second win of the season. He is now 2-1. Logan Webb suffered the loss. He is 3-2. The Milwaukee Brewers were playing host to the Tampa Bay Rays. 8-2 would be the final score. The Brewers are 18 and 11 after the win, while the Rays are 14 and 17 after the loss. Freddie Peralta is still perfect on the season. He has a 3-0 record, while Tyler and Alexander, is 1-1 after the loss. Chicago White Sox are playing host to the Minnesota Twins. This would be a close scoring affair. 6-5 would be the final score. With the win, the Twins are 16 and 13. After the loss, the White Sox are 18 games below 500 with a 6-24 record. Caleb Thielber, I believe, Thielber is 1-1 as a starter, while Michael Kopech is 0-3. Juan Duran, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, or Juan Duran, got his first save for the Twins. The Washington Nationals were taking on the Texas Rangers. The Rangers would win this contest 7-1 would be the final score. They're now sitting at 16 and 14, while the Nationals are one game below 500. 14 and 15 is their record. John Gray is 1-1 as a starter after the win, while Mackenzie Gore is 2-3 after the loss. The Houston Astros were playing host to the Cleveland Guardians. This would be a very high-scoring affair, a close one at that. 10-9 would be the final score. With that, Astros finally got their 10th win of the season, but they're still 9 games below 500. 10-19 is where they are at, and basically these two teams have opposite records. The Guardians are 19 and 10 after the loss. Josh Hader got his first win of the season. He's now 1-2, while Hunter Gaddis is 1-1 after the loss. The Philadelphia Phillies were taking on the Los Angeles Angels. 7-5 would be the final score in favor of Philadelphia. They now are the first team to have their 20th win of the season. They're at 20-11, while the Angels are 11-19 after the loss. Jose Alvarado got his first win of the season. He is now 1-1, while Carlos Estevez is 0-1. Jeff Hoffman got his second save for the Phillies. The Seattle Mariners are playing host to the Atlanta Braves. 3-2 would be the final score. With the win, the Mariners are 17-13. After the loss, the Braves are 19-9. Luis Castillo got the win. He is 3-4 on the year, while Ronaldo Lopez got his first loss of the season. He is 2-1 as a starter. Andreas Munoz got his fifth save for the Mariners. The San Diego Padres were playing host to the Cincinnati Reds. 6-4 would be the final score in this one. With the win, Padres are 15-18. After the loss, the Reds are 16-14. Yu Darvish got his first win of the year. He is now 1-1, while Nick Martinez is 0-2 after the loss. Robert Suarez, got his 10th save for the Padres. The Pittsburgh Pirates took on the Oakland A's. The A's would win this contest 5-2. They're now sitting at 14-17, and ironically, that's what Pittsburgh's record is after the loss, 14-17. Mitch Spence is 2-1 as a starter, while Mitch Keller is 2-3 after the loss. Mason Miller got his 7th save for the Athletics. And the last contest from Tuesday, came in Arizona, where they took on the Los Angeles Dodgers. 4-3 would be the final. With the win, the Diamondbacks are 14-17. After the loss, the Dodgers are 19-13. Scott McGough got his first win of the season. He is now 1-3, while Nabel Chrismat is 1-1 after the loss. Alrighty. That takes care of my recap from Tuesday's action from the Major League Baseball season. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, please feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Until next time, take care.